YouTube and Snapchat and fuckers, welcome back to another installment of the Friday Wrap-Up. We got one hell of a show for you guys today. It's action-packed, full of all kinds of excitement and delights. But before we get today's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. I'm gonna dial it in today with a little Cutwater Tequila Margarita. I've showed you one of these things before on the show, and these are just one of my favorite summer things. This is one hell of a delightful margarita. It's not like a carbonated thing. It's not like a hard seltzer. It's an actual margarita in a can. And let me tell you something. These things pack quite a punch. I had a couple of these at the beach last weekend, and I was flying high, baby. Let me tell you. So, there you go. Prettiest sound in the world. The salud. The drink up and be somebody. Oh, yeah. That'll get your Friday started. Okay, so, what can I tell you, kids? It's been one hell of a week. The world's upside down. Pumpkin Spice is back. And Ronnie from the Jersey Shore got fired because he can't stop slapping his women around. I mean, Ronnie, for fuck's sake, put the roids down, baby. Come on now. Anyway, but I got some good news for you, kids. I saw this the other day, and I was just delighted beyond reason, actually. Toys R Us is back. Yeah, but it's not back like, like a standalone retail store. But they are opening up sections of Toys R Us in various Macy's stores. So that's cool. I'm sure Herald Square will have it because Herald Square is like a fucking shopping mall. But I think various stores around the other... I don't know. I was just excited. I always loved Toys R Us. I used to just like to wander in there from time to time. I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of when I was a kid. So it's, I don't know, it's one of those things. So, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Anyhow, so moving right along, Nostrilgate. Ding dong, one more week and Cuomo's gone. Sadly, Nostrilgate will be coming to an end. This time next week, creepy Governor Nostrils will be departing Albany for the last fucking time. Check out this billboard that someone put up in Albany over the New York State Thruway. So this is basically what Cuomo's going to say when he leaves the fucking state capitol. Anyway, here's a fun fact. He's homeless. Apparently, he's got no registered properties in his name. Aside from living in the fucking governor's mansion, which I think is like 14 rooms, got tennis courts, swimming pool, private gardens, and whatnot. The only other residence he was linked to was Sandra Dee's house in Westchester. I think that was Westchester. I'm pretty sure it was Westchester, and she sold that when she when they broke up. So he's homeless. I don't know where he's I don't know where the hell he's gonna go. They said last Saturday moving trucks were moving his belongings out of the governor's mansion. Maybe he's gonna crash in his brother's basement in the Hamptons. I mean, who the hell knows? I mean, another fun fact: he filed for retirement, I believe, early this week, and his pension is going to be $50,000 a year. That's a big pay cut from $2.25 a year. He was actually the highest paid governor at $225,000 a year. And I guess, for being in service, I guess a couple of years as state AG and then, governor and what have you, he racked up a pension of $50,000. No, which, believe it or not, he would keep that even if he got impeached. The only way he could actually lose his pension is if he got convicted of a felony. So, I heard a lot of people talking about, if he got impeached, he wouldn't get his pension. That's not fucking true, you fuckers. He gets to keep it either way. He had an interview this week with New York Magazine, speaking of impeachment. And he said he could beat the impeachment. Well, he might just get his fucking wish. Now, when he announced his retirement, the state assembly quickly dropped their impeachment investigation, which I tend to think was a fucking deal that was cut. Now, as soon as they did that, one of his sexual harassment accusers, that girl Charlotte Bennett, started like tweeting and mentioning State Assemblyman Carl Heastie. I guess he's the head of the assembly, and basically calling him a chicken shit for not continuing with the impeachment investigation. This just goes to show you how fucking, what a bunch of spineless pricks these little fuckers are. Because right after he got that tweet, they reinstated the investigation. So Cuomo has an interview with New York Magazine and basically says, listen, I could have beat the impeachment investigation and make the state assembly look like a ship of fools, but I stepped aside to not drag this out for 3-4 months because that's the best thing for the state. And let me tell you something, this psycho fuck actually believes his own bullshit. So, like I said, he might get his wish. If they reinstate the impeachment investigation, I don't think they're going to impeach him. Because, again, listen, here's my thing with that. You can't really impeach somebody after they've left office. I mean, you can, but it's fucking pointless, okay? The purpose of an impeachment is to remove them from office. It's not a criminal investigation. Just like when they tried that shit with Trump, I say it's unconstitutional. He was already done with his presidency. So to impeach him after the fact was just stupid. So I'm going to say the same thing with Cuomo. I would have loved to have seen him get impeached while he was in office. Because I think for him that would have been more fucking embarrassing. But to impeach him after the fact is just a waste of fucking taxpayer money. So I don't know what they plan on doing with this investigation. If they uncover any wrongdoings, maybe they hand that over to the state AG, Letitia James, and then maybe she brings criminal charges against them. Who knows? But if that's the case, he's going to need a new fucking career. I can tell you that right now. So, you know what? So there's no hard feelings, nostrils. Uncle Tommy came up with a few career choices for you, just in case you couldn't think of one for yourself. So, how about a motivational speaker? My computer just fucked up. Okay, how about a motivational speaker? I mean, maybe not the survivors of sexual harassment, because they may misunderstand him, just like Charlotte Bennett did. A plumber. He likes turning the valves, you know. I got it. An activity director at a nursing home. No one ever dies at bingo. A male escort to frumpy housewives. He does like to flatten curves. A CNN anchor. Hey, 2 Cuomos are better than one. How about a new cast member on the Jersey Shore? I mean, Ronnie was recently fired, right? He would be the perfect replacement. He's Italian. I mean, you know, can anyone say Jim Tanfondle? And this one is the best. This one I really think he should consider. Okay? He likes to make jokes, right? So, why not be a fucking stand-up comedian? I mean, as a matter of fact, he could even team up with the great Bill Cosby. They could call it the Dope 'em and Grope 'em tour. Hey, Bill, I like to turn their valves. Ah, you see, young blood, let me just tell you, this is what the Cos likes to do. You see, you got to give them what's called a Coke and a smile. You see, I like to take the Coca-Cola and I like to put the Mickey in the Coca-Cola and then I like to stir it up with my finger, you know what I'm saying? And then I give them the Coca-Cola and then they drink the Coca-Cola and then they get this big smile on their face. And then when they pass out, I like to take my pudding pop out and put it on my face, put it on their face, and then I like to squirt the pudding all over their chin. And then they wake up and they don't know what happened, and they can do the flimming and the flarming and the flamming, and they didn't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do, Andrew. If they can't see your pudding pop, then it didn't happen. That's when you do the Cosby dance. You know what I'm saying? So you're saying, Bill, I should drug them and then whisper in their ear, "Caramia," and then touch their, and then flatten their curves? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You put the pudding and pop in the face and the flarming and the flamming and the flimming, and then you get to go do the Cosby dance like that. I would pay money to see. So there you go. There's some career choices for good old Andrew Cuomo. Like I said, this time next week, he'll be gone. And they will reinstate, and they will swear in, excuse me, that tequila's already hitting me, Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul as the new governor of New York State. May God have mercy on our souls. So, your COVID special report. So, basically, you can't go anywhere in New York City now without having your papers. Everywhere you go, you must show your papers to somebody. So you cannot go into any cultural hub in New York City, apparently. So indoor or out, that's the new rule. Central Park, Bryant Park, museums, anything like that. Sporting events, Broadway shows, restaurants, any kind of venue. You have to show your vaccine card. I don't even think a recent test is going to cut it anymore in New York City. So you have to have your Vax card or the Empire State Pass. And restaurants and venues will be fined if they start letting in unvaccinated people. Now, the fines are as follows. $1,000 per person for your first offense, $2,000 per person for your second offense. Now, restaurant owners are like fucking besides themselves because they don't know what to do. All right? Because here's what's going to happen. You start alienating people from your place of business because they don't have a vaccination, it's going to cost you money. You're going to, one way or the other. What's going to happen is, all right, so they don't come in, you don't sell, you don't have that customer. If the majority of your customers are unvaxxed, I mean, there's only so many vaccinated people, right? So, if you start discriminating against vaccinations and unvaccinations, what you do is creating segregation. That's going to bring some kind of violence. If they're not just going to leave, some people might get physical. Some people may bring discriminatory lawsuits because that is a form of discrimination. Now, they did a study recently of the number of vaccinated people versus unvaccinated people. And of course, because everything is all fucking racially driven, they split it up, into racial groups. So the majority of the vaccinated people in New York City just so fucking happen to be white. Okay? The unvaccinated people, the majority of them happen to be black and Latino. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, this ain't gonna go fucking well. I would just like to see just one black person get turned away from a restaurant or from a venue because they're not vaccinated. I want to see somebody tell a person of color that they can't come into their fucking restaurant and eat because they're unvaccinated. You have any idea how this is gonna fucking blow up? Because the next thing you know, you're gonna fucking BLM riots. It's gonna be fucking bedlam. So that's where this is gonna end up going. Okay, and you know something? It ain't just gonna be in the city. It's gonna trickle over to the island, Nassau County, Suffolk County. Wait. The fucking mayhem is coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. Now, here's what I don't get. Okay. You could solve this vaccination crisis very, very fucking easily. Just get these vaccines FDA approved. Once you do that, you can make it a fucking federal mandate. So I don't understand. Now, if I know that, why the fuck don't people in Washington know that? And the answer is they do. There's a reason why they're not pushing an FDA approval. Okay? I mean, now they're saying there's a new variant coming. Aside from Delta, now there's a Lambda variant that's coming out of I think South America or Peru or some shit. I mean, what else is next, right? And now they're saying they're recommending booster shots for people who got vaccinated. So that's like 3 fucking shots within the last 8 months. So most of these vaccines, with the exception of Johnson & Johnson, are 2 shots. Okay, and now you need a fucking booster shot on top of that, not even a year later. So you got 8 months, 3 shots, and none of them fucking work. Okay, something ain't right. Something is just not fucking adding up here. Okay, because I'm gonna give you put another little bug in your ear. You know how everybody has to. There's all these companies now are mandating that their employees have to be vaccinated, which the unvaccinated ones are gonna trigger new fucking unemployment claims. Wait, watch. That's another thing that's coming. But there are certain entities that are not mandating their employees to be vaccinated, and I found this very interesting. And these places where you could work still and not be vaccinated are as follows. Get ready for this: the White House. You're not required to have a vaccination to work in the fucking White House. but yet you have to be vaccinated if you're wandering, or vaccinated and masked anywhere else in Washington, D.C., but if you work in the White House, it's not mandatory. The FDA is not requiring any of its employees to be vaccinated. The CDC, not requiring their employees to be vaccinated. Well, World Health Organization, not requiring their employees to be vaccinated. Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson are not requiring their employees to be vaccinated. Now, you got the White House, you got various health and wellness organizations that have federal mandates, and you have the actual fucking pharmaceutical companies who manufacture these fucking vaccines, all not requiring vaccination of their employees. And I have one burning fucking question. Allow me to quote the 26th letter of the alphabet. Why? Now, doesn't that sound a little fucking fishy to you? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little fucking skeptical. Maybe it's the fucking old school Brooklyn in me. But something smells rotten in Denmark, kids. And that should be proof enough that something ain't kosher. Just saying. Okay, I got a new segment on this show. It's called Another Biden Blunder. Yes, Afghanistan. Have we all been living under a fucking rock? We all know what's going on there. So the person who pretends to be president, and I don't say that to be funny, I honestly believe that, and this week was fucking proof of that, totally fucked up our bug out of Afghanistan. Now, the Trump administration had laid this out already. Okay, Trump and Pompeo basically worked something out with the Taliban, and, you know, this worked for a couple of reasons. One, Trump's plan was solid. So his evac plan was based on ground conditions. In other words, he sat the Taliban down and said, listen, fuckers, we're going to bug out, but we're going to do it our way. And if you guys so much as put a foot out of line, I'm just going to rain every fucking piece of artillery down on your fucking heads until you dust. Savvy? So, you know what? They were afraid of Trump. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about Donald Trump, okay? But you know something? These fucking bastards were afraid of him. Because when he said something, he fucking did it. Look what he did to Soleimani. He wasn't fucking playing around. So, you know, they firmly believe that this guy's a loose cannon. He's crazier than them. So, you know, they all behaved themselves. So the bug out plan was fairly simple. It was a 3-stage plan. So if ground conditions were met, where these people weren't running around fucking causing problems, they first evacuate all U.S. personnel, not military, okay? All American citizens. Apparently there's about 10,000 American citizens over there that are fucking trapped. I would imagine they're private contractors, maybe news correspondents, whatever. Who knows? But you first evac them. And then, along with that, any supporters, any Afghani citizens that were supporting U.S. military and U.S. efforts over there, because they just fucking marked targets. Now, you know me, I'm not really a big fan of having, tons of immigration here. But you know what? That's a different story, because they're not refugees. They'd be giving asylum. They did assist us. We did promise to protect them. Okay? So, you know, there's something to be said for fucking loyalty. You give your word to somebody, you don't break it. That's just a golden rule of mine. You know what I mean? You know, there's 2 things I don't break for people: my word and my balls. You know what I mean? So that's next. So, I mean, look at those pictures of those people falling off the fucking plane. I mean, granted, I did laugh, because, you know, I'm a sick fuck. But, you know, nonetheless, these people are legitimately terrified, especially women over there. Little girls, women, they're fucking besides themselves terrified, because these fucking psychos hate women. I don't understand why, but they hate women. So, long story short, Trump's plan: remove the citizens first, okay? Then remove your equipment. I mean, billions of dollars of military equipment were left behind because they fucked this evac up so fucking bad. And lastly, that's when you pull the military. Now, Trump had already moved a bunch of troops. I think they had a garrison of about 2,500 troops on the ground. And not in the 1 year, not a single fucking person died. Okay? Chicago can't even fucking say that. So, if Trump's plan was, if they would have stuck to Trump's plan or adhered to his plan, they would have had everybody out by May 1st. That was the goal. Biden stepped in, fucked that up. Okay, he backed out. He reneged on the plan. They don't respect him. They don't fear him. And instead of doing it the way Trump's had it, pull the civilians out first, then the equipment, then the military. This fucking asshole bugs out 2,500 troops. The U.S. Embassy had to fucking scramble to get out of there. It's a goddamn disaster. And the fucking Taliban. Now, they knew the Taliban would eventually seize control of the government. Okay? Now, Biden was advised against this plan by every fucking general, every fucking intelligence operative, and he ignored all of them. No, I want to pull them out. And he pulled the fucking troops out. And then all hell breaks loose, and people are wondering why. Now, these motherfuckers sacked the entire... I don't understand how the fucking Afghani government is overthrown and the goddamn country is sacked inside of 6 days by a bunch of fucking ragheads in dresses and sandals. I don't understand. Okay? We trained them. We gave them weapons. What the fuck happened? Okay? I can only... Ahmed, the Taliban coming! Oh, get the cameras! Oh, this is gonna be big. What the fuck? I don't understand. Just fucking running. And here's this fucking doddering old bastard sunning his fucking wrinkled balls on a beach somewhere in Delaware. So he finally, after the weekend, decides I should probably say so. Well, they woke him up. That's what happened. They go... Joe, it's time to go to work, Joe. Here's some ice cream. Like, this poor guy, he only took the job because they told him there was going to be ice cream every day. That's the only reason why he's there. So now he's a little grumpy. Okay, so they pulled him out of Delaware, flew him into D.C., gave him a fucking prepared speech. And what the Democrats go to is when they fuck something up? Because this guy completely fucked this up. Even liberal news outlets are starting to go... I mean, they blame Trump for everything. Trump hasn't been president for fucking the last 8 months, 6 months, 8 months, whatever the fuck it was. Okay? How the fuck is this his fault? He already had a plan in place. He was working. This son of a bitch came in and touched it and fucked it up. Okay? Just like he fucked up the border, just like he fucked up the vaccine rollout. He fucked everything up, this fucking guy. Okay? This administration is completely fucking, totally fucking useless. Okay? This is what happens when you cheat at an election, put in somebody who's not qualified to do the fucking job, and then you like everybody acts like, oh, how did that happen? As a matter of fact, when Joe was vice president, Obama was quoted as telling one of his cabinet members, and this, listen, as much as I didn't like Obama, I didn't hate the guy, I could tolerate him. And there were a couple of times where I actually did fucking agree with him. And this was one of those times. He was quoted as telling a cabinet member, never underestimate Joe's ability to fuck things up. Okay? And god damn it, was he right. The only reason why Biden was his VP was as an insurance policy. Because when he was elected, or when they were going to put him out front as the Democratic candidate, I should say, everybody was afraid that because he'd be the first black president, somebody would take a shot at him. So the idea was you put a fucking bigger dummy as his VP. And they do this a lot. Like they did that, with George W. They had fucking, what's his name? Oh God, his fucking name just flew out of my head. He just shot a guy in the face. It'll come to me. But they do this a lot. They did it with fucking... They did it with Kamala Harris, too, because that's the insurance policy. So they figure if anything happened to fucking Obama, Biden would step in. Biden would be a hell of a lot worse than anything Obama would do, so Obama stays safe. That's how that works. So I don't think there's any love lost between Obama and Joe Biden. Although Biden doesn't seem to understand that, but it's just the body language I get, and a comment like that would pretty much really hammer it home. So This guy's a clusterfuck. He's not cut out to be or to even pretend to be president. He's not fit for duty. He's cognitively fucking lost. He comes out, he blames Trump. He first of all, he's like, oh, the buck stops with me. But yet he blamed everybody. He blamed Trump. He blamed the Taliban. He blamed the Afghani government. He blamed the Afghani military or lack thereof. I mean, he even fucking, I think he even went as far as to blame his own, our own fucking military. The guy's just a disaster. So he bitched and moaned for 10 minutes and then walked away. They gave him an ice cream cone, put him back on Marine One, and choppered him back to Delaware. So, I find it funny that, he created a national security incident because now you basically enabled a terrorist regime to assume control of a country. A fucking Middle Eastern country, no less. They already hate us, okay? Nah, they're really gonna hate us. And they got over $1 billion of our weapons that they seized. So we made them more fucking dangerous, okay? Now they're mocking us. They don't have any fucking respect at all for this administration. There's no fear. And they're fucking openly mocking us. They're killing people and posting videos of it. I mean, it's just fucking insane. This would have never happened under the Trump administration. This guy completely and totally dropped the fucking ball. Look, I don't disagree with pulling out of Afghanistan. We've been there 20 years too fucking long. It was a well-known fact that after the U.S. military pulls out, the Afghani government was fucking wimps. The Taliban would have taken over. But there was a right way to do this bug out, and Biden fucked the whole thing up. He totally shit the bed on this. And by doing so, he created a national security crisis. Because the fucking terrorism is going to start soon. And they're going to probably find their way into this country through the open borders because we created a fucking border crisis down south. It ain't that hard to figure this out. You go into Mexico, walk across the border, and start blowing shit up all over the fucking world. Okay? That's how it happens. So billions in U.S. weaponry were seized. Now, since the Taliban took over, they've been murdering and raping women left and right. Shooting them in the face, busting their heads open because they're not completely covered or whatever. Going after gays, trans, whatever, Americans. So what I want to know is, where's the fucking Me Too people on this? Okay? And all these precious life-conserving fucktard liberal activists. Where the fuck are they? Okay? Because all of this fucking malafeuda goes and happens right before the 20th anniversary of 9/11. You can't make this fucking shit up. Okay? The only silver lining to this dark cloud is when terrorism season starts. Maybe, just maybe, that might wipe out COVID. Who knows? Okay? Remains to be seen. Thanks, Joe. 2024 can't come soon enough. And moving on, you know what time it is. Get your tickets out, kids. Get ready, okay? Because the crazy train's about to leave the station. All aboard! Woo, woo! Okay, first stop. Washington, D.C. A North Carolina man named Floyd Ray Roseberry. That ain't a fucking hillbilly name. He tried to blow up the Library of Congress yesterday. So Thursday afternoon, he hops the curb in front of the Library of Congress in his truck. Okay? Starts screaming and yelling that he's got a bomb. And he's live casting this on Facebook. This is the reason why I'm laughing here. He's live casting this on Facebook that he made this bomb at home. He drove all the way to fucking Washington, D.C. and planned on blowing up the library. I don't know what the fucking Library of Congress ever did to this fucking guy. But, so he's talking about blowing up. He's getting surrounded by cops and this and that and the other. They're trying to negotiate with him. At some point, he changes his mind as he's talking to the camera. He changes his mind and says, I can't do this. I'm not going to use this here bomb. Turns out the fucking bomb wasn't even really a bomb. It was a metal can. I don't know what the fuck was in it. It had some stuff on top. So he surrendered. I guess he surrendered when he realized he was fucking stupid. And this thing wasn't gonna blow up. Must have forgot the fucking detonator at home. Who knows? So he surrendered. The police confirmed that what he had wasn't exactly a bomb, but he had the makings of a bomb in his possession. Now, listen, you have a fuse and no gunpowder or anything, they'll consider that the makings of a bomb, especially when you're standing in front of a federal building yelling you're going to blow it up. So, like I said, he surrendered. And, you know, honestly, he doesn't look too bright. I mean, take a look. No one's mistaken this fucking guy for a doctor, okay? I mean, he drove all the way from North Carolina to Washington, D.C. with an empty can only to get arrested because he's got a few screws loose. I mean, what a waste of fucking gas, especially nowadays when it's like $4 a fucking gallon, right? Next stop, Afghanistan. I told you the Taliban has been like posting videos and tweeting. So they... I know what you're going to say. Wait for it. So they tweeted a picture yesterday of Taliban eating ice cream on Twitter, which was obviously an open fuck you to Joe Biden. The Afghani people eat ice cream like your American president. Okay? So, first thing I said is, how the fuck does the Taliban have a Twitter account, but yet Donald Trump is suspended? I get kicked off of fucking Twitter on a goddamn regular basis. You say one mean thing to somebody, you're banned for 6 months. You fucking sack a country and start shooting people in the middle of the street, you could tweet that. As long as you're holding a fucking ice cream cone, apparently. I mean, the Biden administration did call this the kindler, gentler Taliban. They're terrorists. I don't even know how you could say that, but like, so I guess after they rape and murder you, they give you don't like raping? You want ice cream? We have ice cream. You like chocolate chip? I mean, we eat this ice cream for a lot. I mean, like, get the fuck out of here. You can't make this shit up. So they have social media accounts. They have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I guess they're TikToking too. The TikTok Taliban. but not Trump. Trump can't tweet. We live in a very, very strange fucking world. Next up, Australia, mate. So, get this. Australia is closed until 2022. If you had any aspirations of going down under, mate, you can't go because it's closed for COVID. So, apparently, a fucking person died of COVID. So they shut the country. Talk about getting hysterical. I thought Aussies were supposed to be tough motherfuckers. What happened? Blimey, someone died. Close the goddamn country. I mean, it was a penal colony at first. I mean, I don't understand. One person, you know how big Australia is? Okay? Who knows if they even died by fucking COVID? Maybe they got bit by an aborigine. Who the fuck knows? But they closed the whole country till next year. Okay? Not even citizens are having an easy time getting in. Oh, your sports update. Major League Baseball. The Yankees sucked a little less this week. Yeah, you heard me right. So now they're in second place. They swept Boston this week, which, you know, that didn't suck. So let's see how they do with the Twins. They beat them on Thursday. So that's a good start. So, you know what I think? The addition of some red, white, and green. You know, they recently pulled a couple of guys over from Chicago, two Australians like myself. I think that definitely helped. I mean, everything gets a little better when you add a little Italian into it. You know what I mean? The Phillies are still in second place, thank God. I mean, they are only one game ahead of the third place Mets, but they're still ahead. The Braves are in first. I believe they got the Phillies beat by 5 games or something like that. But the Phils play the Padres this weekend. That should... I think that'll swing in the Phillies' direction. The Mets are playing the Dodgers. I don't think they got a shot. So let's talk some NFL. So the Giants played the Jets last Saturday. I mean, you know what? I'm going to say this now. The Giants could all go eat a dick. Seriously. I mean, they lost last week to the fucking Jets. 12-7. Come on. I mean, I know it's preseason, but fucking come on. All right? The fucking Jets you lose to? Listen, I know there's a lot of Jet fans that watch. Sorry, Gaby. I know you love the Jets, but come on. I can already feel the agita this season. I'm feeling it. So, Jets are playing the Packers on Saturday. Giants are playing the Browns on Sunday. Hopefully Joe Judge fucking trots Danny Dimes out, Daniel Jones out, just to see if this fucking kid could throw this year. I mean, he's gotta go for a few snaps. They should have rolled him out for the Jets, at least for a couple of snaps last weekend, but they didn't. Let's see if they play him against the Browns on Sunday. So, who knows. Okay, on What the Fuck Is That? We're gonna talk about sexy adult diapers. That's right. You might have seen commercials for this shit. Now, I often mock adult people who wear adult diapers. They crinkle, it's plastic, it's puffy, it makes their pants look fucking weird. So now they have these sexy adult diapers. So if you're a lady and, like you I guess have bladder issues, but yet you still want to feel a little sultry and sexy, you could buy these purple plastic underpants. Okay, listen. Okay, here's Uncle Tommy's gonna help you fucking people out. All right? If you're with a broad and you start getting a little familiar, and you get the pants off, you get the skirt off, and you see she's wearing fucking diapers, pick up your keys and walk the fuck out of there, okay? Because this bitch is gonna pee on you, or she's gonna worse still, she's gonna shit on you, okay? Hey Vin, sorry pal. So and if you're a broad, even a guy, if you listen, if you can't control your fucking bodily functions that you gotta wear a diaper, you got no right to date anybody. Okay? Unless whoever you're dating is also wearing a fucking diaper, then that's just disgusting. Okay, then the both of you should just get a room and kill yourselves. Okay? Seriously. Fucking people wearing diapers and going out and dating. That's disgusting. Okay? If you have to wear a diaper, stay home. Okay? You shouldn't even be allowed to leave your bathroom. Live in the bathtub or something. So, seriously. Okay, so your little PSA for this week. I haven't really picked on Dunkin' Donuts much. Guess what, kids? Today's your lucky day. All week, it's been like fucking... It's been like fucking National Retard Week in Dunkin' Donuts. Every day I go in there and I want to fucking snap somebody's neck. But yesterday took the cake. I mean, so it's like 8:15 in the morning or something like that. I get to D&D and it looked like the fucking parking lot was packed. I walk in and there was a chick at the counter, another one online, and then I walk in behind. Okay? The rest of the place is packed with people sitting down and having coffee. Okay? At 8 o'clock in the morning, like it's a fucking Sunday or something. Okay? Get a job, you fucking bad, useless fucks, you. So anyway, this chick that's at the... First of all, she had no chin. She was chinless. Like, her fucking face went straight into her neck. Young girl, too. And she orders a bunch of things, and then she takes her phone out, and she's like, I don't understand. This app isn't loading. There's like $9 on here. She said, can you do something? So now I'm already fucking enraged. Okay, the fact that I had to wait more than like 3 minutes, I started to get like that murderous fucking rage inside of me. So now as this idiot is trying to figure out how to use her phone to pay for her coffee because she doesn't have... who doesn't carry their fucking wallet with them? The lady in front of me was a black lady. And she kept turning around and rolling her fucking eyes at the white girl to me. So now I'm getting even more enraged because I agree with her. This fucking woman's getting frustrated too. So she's like, I don't understand. Now she's talking to some fucking... This woman just got here, just fell off of a camel 5 minutes ago. Dunkin' Donuts hired her and put her at the fucking cash register. Now here's this stupid chinless fuck trying to figure out how to use her goddamn phone. I don't understand. The app isn't loading. Can you do something? So I couldn't. I'm like, could you fucking come on? And she turns and says, I don't understand what you want me to do. I said, I want you to get off the fucking line. That's what I want you to do. Okay? Get your phone, don't fucking work. Move aside. So I'm going to have to get my wallet. I'm like, I don't give a shit if you drive to Jersey and jump off the fucking George Washington Bridge. Get the fuck out of here. So The black lady turns around and smiles at me and then goes up to order her food. Well, holy fucking shit, this woman can't speak intelligible English. I don't know where the fuck she came from. She's popping and clicking. I'm going, holy fucking shit, I'm never getting out of here today. I don't even know why I understood what she was trying to say. Now you got a woman behind the counter barely speaks any English. You got this lady trying to order a fucking bagel with butter, and she's trying to tell the woman she didn't want it toasted. Now I don't know why you just don't ask for a fucking buttered bagel. You don't have to specify no toasting. I guess the fact that she kept adding the additional instructions was confusing the fuck out of everybody. Now I got a line of people behind me, and all I want to do is take an ice pick and one by one go right into their throats. Okay, so I come over this lady's shoulder and I yell at the I'm like, she just make her a fucking bagel and don't toast it. Okay, that's it. I said, lady, you can move now. So now I finally get up there to order my coffee. Here comes Chinless with her fucking wallet. I says, seriously, you better fucking move aside. Wait till I'm done. But I don't even give a fuck. All I wanted was my coffee so I could go. That's it. That's it. I shouldn't have to get this fucking aggravated in the morning from the... So listen, here's my PSA, okay? If you don't have cash or a debit card on you, get the fuck out of the store. Stop trying to pay with electronic devices, especially when you don't know how to fucking use them. Okay, that's one. Two, if you cannot speak English intelligibly, carry a notepad. Write down what you want and just hold it up. Okay? That's it. And thirdly, because my problem is also with these fucking cashiers. This cashier, I couldn't understand what the fuck she was saying either because she had like 4 masks on. Stop it with the fucking masks. They don't work. Okay? You got this big plexiglass thing. Just wear one if you gotta wear one and call it a fucking day. Alright? And fourthly, what is with these fucking people just hanging out in Dunkin' Donuts at 8 o'clock in the morning, sitting down without a care in the world? Get off unemployment and go back to fucking work, you lazy fucks. And that's it. That's my PSA for the week. Okay, so remember, stay COVID-less, kids. No mask, don't ask. Haters can kiss my ass. And remember, who loves you, babe? That's been your Friday wrap-up, and I'll see you when I see you.